mean, it leaves it open for sure. I mean, I remember when Ronald Reagan was elected, and that was, a big movement for artists to be more involved in politics. A lot of artists are really just opposed to it, but it was a different vibe. I think now it's opened up to something even bigger. It's not necessarily just Trump. It's certain ideas that are being put out there. It's not. There's a lot of right wing leaders that are appearing around the world.
Yeah,
Right.
yes.
So this is not only America. I mean, this is a vibe that's going on, like people's mentality of thinking, of this fear. That's really people are being played on. Their fear. People. I mean, there's these leaders using their fear again, in order to manipulate a mass amount of people, in order to do certain things, offering them security, saying like, we'll protect you. We're going to build a wall. We're going to do this, and
With Mexico, yes.
yeah, I mean, people start to believe it, I mean, they'll believe anything that's just like, just make us safe, make me, and so, I mean, it's going to make people speak out. And I think in Brazil, there was a lot of political things that are happening that was great, that was needed for people to be out in the streets. There was so much corruption just consistently happening there, where people just have had enough. They've always had enough. And it was like great seeing that this change of just people being concerned. It's really important for people to stand up and say, how they're feeling. But also at the same time, they need to respect, the other person's opinion. And this is a problem that was happening in the U.S. consistently, where they're putting down another side, or really, pushing that other side down. You're not having a compromise, not having a discussion, just kind of wiping out their point of view and just leaving it at that. But there has to be an understanding and a dialect, consistently. No, I think we should really just talk. I mean, it should be a lot of like, so they have their opinions, but I'm still, even though I don't believe them at all, it's important to have a dialect and not, down that person like, oh, you're an idiot, you're for your decision, you're dumb. It's not going to be a dialect. It's just going to be like an arguing match. So I think it's important to listen to every side.
Exactly. About respect, right or left,
Right.
there are horrible things on both, but there are great things on both as well. I think once again is respect and balance. Not one wing or the other. And that's very hard for people to understand. In a democracy, everybody has to have a voice, and everybody means everybody.
Yeah.
Not only one side or not only one point of view from some magazine or press. Everybody has to be listened, and the majority, will choose the best way for everybody to live together. At least that's the concept of democracy I think I have. you know, other thing different than that is just a dictatorship. And we don't need that. I mean, we need the freedom really to speak and be heard, and have arguments. Not guns or violence. To prove you're wrong or right. But I mean, let's see what will happen. I think we have the privilege to have the music to express what we think and what we feel.